I'm so happy all of you could be here for our free talk with the council in January. I think something that's super interesting about this month's topic was that way back in early December, I asked the council, what do you want to talk about in January? And they said current events. And I was like, wow, that's new. So as everything started unfolding recently, I was like, now I get it. So I'm excited for this topic because I often do wonder when I watch things unfold, how is this helping bring about unity on Earth and what role is it playing? And they usually have some really interesting ideas about it. So I'm excited to do that and see what they have to say. As usual, we will be taking as many questions as we have time for from the audience. Melissa Sleeth, Melissa, you
Hey,
can wait,
everybody.
is our facilitator. So once I call in the council, I'm sort of stepped aside, and Melissa is the person who will facilitate it from here on out. And with that being said, just so we have enough time for everybody, we might as well call in the council. Do you have any questions, Melissa, before I go out?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
We are here.
Good morning or afternoon, where you are. I was wondering if we could start off today with just a short meditation before the meeting, please.
Yes, we would be happy to lead this meditation. Are assuming we're working on everyone's alignment with the topic today of current events.
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you. May each of you close your eyes, find a comfortable position. If you are driving, just breathe into this, but remain aware, please. We are going to start with 3 deep breaths. Breathe in centeredness and breathe out any disturbing energy. We have come here today, all of us together, in alignment to gain insights and decipher the current events that are happening around us and how this will help build unity. We would like each of you to meditate on the fact that peace starts with you. So, as we lead you in this meditation, we want you to think about your own inner state and breathe into a more peaceful position. This is what everyone's goal is and will need to be to create unity on Earth. Here we go. Each of you has your own triggers and your own reactions. We encourage you to explore these when you discover that you are agitated and reacting rather than peaceful. Take this moment to choose one trigger that you have already discovered. Breathe into that trigger. We will lead you through a process that can help you quiet these soul agitators. Breathe in, breathe out. Visit the trigger. Ask, who are you? Why do I get agitated when this happens? Take a deep breath. Many times a story will come to you. It comes in different forms for different people. Some will hear a story, some will see a movie, some will sense or download an understanding. All of this is fine. It does not feel extraordinary. It just feels natural. Many times you will hear from a younger version of yourself, oftentimes in the 4 to 5 age range or 6. For this is when the soul arrives from all unconditional love in the soul level into an incarnation where there are other lessons to be learned. Sometimes it comes from other lives that have been experienced by your soul. All of these are options and okay. It is not necessary to try to prove or understand the story. It is more appropriate or necessary to just accept the story as it is. What are they saying? What are they protecting you from? When were they abandoned? When were they feeling unworthy or unloved? Let them share their hurt with you. It is okay to cry because you will be then processing their energetic block. to be angry, whatever they are feeling, allow yourself to clear that for them. It will only take 90 seconds. Once they have told you their story, it is important for you to reparent them in this situation. Let them know that they are loved and accepted, that what happened is not happening now, and that you are capable of protecting them and yourself. They no longer need to be on alert for situations that you need to be protected by them. Hold their hand and bring them with you. Share your gratitude for them, for they have been working for a long time to protect you. Tell them you need that strength in your current life and current situation, but you do not need to be protected with fear or aggression or whatever agitation they cause. They are allowed to stand down. For you see, each of these little soul agitators or protectors are responsible for the conflicts that you see currently in current events. Each soul, an incarnated soul, has triggers and reactions and strong fear or anger issues brought on by similar traumatic events. So each person that you observe creating a victim is in fact or has been a victim themselves. And it is the victim within them that is acting to protect that person without conscious thought that they are now creating a new victim. The peace starts within you for you to cure and calm all of your reactive protectors. We know one of the questions today is, what can we do to be the most effective change maker? Heal thyself is the most effective way to bring peace and unity to earth. We also encourage each of you to see the victim in all of those conflicts and how unhealed victims create new victims. Breathe this in. The only way to be effective at creating change is through unconditional love and boundaries. We are taking this moment to uplevel each of you to a greater understanding of the frequency of love and its ability to change, and helping you shed the need to point fingers and be right. Take deep breaths and come back to this moment. You may ask,
I'm going to start with our first question, which you did touch a lot on. Thank you for that. With the tension that the US president is creating right now across the world, can you give us a little bit of insight, just maybe a little bit more detail about what is going on? Will that help activate unity on the earth? And do you have any insight on what we need to be doing besides what you just led us through? When should we be concerned with what is happening with all these different places?
yes, this is many questions in one.
Yes.
We will need to access different sources throughout the answer, so please be patient with us. Minnesota is a reflection of studying differences, yes, making people others. So when souls are engaged in learning about differences rather than how differences can be brought together to unify the community as a whole versus differences and othering people, it creates these activated little ones who feel like it is necessary to be the protectors of this incarnation. And this activation of the little ones, being rabble rousers, we would say, cuts off the connection to love. As soon as fear and domination is the goal, then the soul is no longer connected to the love source. They are triggered and reactive. There is no calm, there is no rational thought. So as you view the immigration enforcement troops and the protesters, it is a good exercise for you to observe how their protective reactions bring destruction. Both sides are participating in doing that. One thinks one side is wrong and the other thinks the other side is wrong. And each perspective is valid. For some people have broken the immigration laws. Now, we would argue that there should be no laws such as this because no one owns the earth No one owns any part. We understand there's lots of legal paperwork to establish these rules, but in the end, it is not true. So blocking people from one section of Earth does not make sense. However, these are the laws, and yes, under their perspective, there has been a wrong. Now, the protesters understand that, yes, these are their neighbors, these are good people for the most part, and they are here to make a better life and deserve to have access. So they feel their perspective is right. Now, this type of differing perspectives will not change when unity comes to Earth. The way it will be held differently when unity comes to Earth is that differences will be used to unify. But this has to happen when souls are peaceful, connected, and curious. Where do our perspectives cross? How can we create a better community that's supportive of both of our perspectives in a way that does not need for someone to be considered wrong? For each perspective has value in it. If you had one person from each side that was calm and curious rather than pointing fingers, maybe the idea of exploring the laws that are being broken and why they are broken and how this has happened and being curious about that would evolve into a structure that's more supportive of everyone. Imagine that. So if you're engaging on social media or other ways that you are being exposed to these conflicts, it's important to ask that question. What if? That question allows for people's imaginations to be activated. What if we acknowledge that there are immigration laws that are being broken? What if we acknowledge that there are good people here with reasons for bettering their lives and that are contributing in amazing ways to our communities? How do we bring these two realities together through supportive law that allows good people to co-create together? So each one of you as change makers can model this behavior. Each one of you has your own perspective and understanding. We would encourage to reach out to someone who has a different perspective. For when unity arrives, it is the combination of different perspectives, different gifts, and talents being brought together to co-create something better. So you can utilize any of these current conflicts and start exploring how to use the differences to build and co-create together rather than try to point fingers or prove you are right or to shut them down and cancel them. Canceling only increases the divide. It does not increase unity. Gail has just read and consistently talks about the book Calling In. It is a calling in that builds curiosity and respect for others' talents and understanding. So it is important to maintain your own regulation. If you are triggered, you cannot call someone in because your rational brain is no longer curious. You're in protection mode. But if you can maintain and align yourself in peace, curiosity, and the motivation of building something new through different talents, understandings, and gifts, then you can be an effective change maker. You may ask.
Does anybody else have any questions that they would like to ask the council, either pertaining to this or something about themselves?
I'll jump in. I would like to ask the council about the tower moment that I'm experiencing right now, where everything is falling apart for me. And I just want to know if there's any vision from the council as to keeping me centered, aligned, and clear through the shitstorm.
Well, we see you've been doing a lot of work on that alignment, and you've been doing a very excellent job in that growth area. You are correct that things have been forcibly You may feel, which is probably true energetically, removed because they are no longer aligned or helpful in your soul's growth and purpose. So yes, they have been removed for you. We do sense resistance within you to what you have been learning and how to share that. So while you are remaining aligned as a positive soul, you are struggling to align with your new understanding of how abundance can be built. For these are different rules from what you've made a living with in the past, and you fear judgment from others, and you're not quite ready to let go of everything because there are legal rules, which you are correct, that need to be followed if you're to serve in the financial realm for others. So we would encourage you to explore who is protecting you from speaking your truth. There is an energetic block or a soul experience that believes if you speak the truth about manifesting money, that you will be abandoned or in danger. We want to assure you that you may share your experiences, and you have done this before as a financial leader, and you will be safe and protected in this moment. For great change makers have arrived on earth at this time to create a new unity within the earth's realm. And you are one of the leaders to change the financial system. This will rock the world. But you have done this many times, and you know this. Do not shy away from what you know. You do not need to be protected. You are a beacon. You are not one on the path with many. So shine your light, share your experiences, share what you are learning currently, and start imagining, what if we built a system that believed in what you know now? What would that look like? For you are learning that it is more important about what that individual believes about their financial system or their financials than it is about what tools you use to build their wealth. Are you not? You understand that if an individual believes they can only make money this way, then that is the only way money can be brought to them. However, you know there are many ways to attract money. So you are turning from a rule follower or a formulaic creator to a more personal guide for each individual on how to remain aligned with the energy of money. And you are going to be stretching their beliefs. There is another soul that is usually in this group that is a similar purpose. Her name is Beth Ann. It would be interesting for you to connect with each other. It would be an interesting inspirational co-creation because you both share similar backgrounds, but also similar experiences. You may ask.
I don't know a Beth Ann. Is this someone who's going to
Yes,
cross paths with me?
Gail can connect you.
Okay. Thank you.
Remind her, though, she's not always dialed in when we are here.
Okay. Any other insights that drop in for me? This is going to be interesting. Oh my.
It is important to remember being scared and being excited are the same feeling in your body. It is just the story you are telling yourself that changes whether you label it being scared or being excited. So it will be important as you work on your alignment. You are always excited. You are a very joyous and energetic person. To not let the stories create fear. Because yes, there are what ifs, something bad happens, but there is also the what if this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. What if this is going to be the most pivotal moment in my life to create wealth, love, abundance, and connection? Shannon is here today. Yes,
She is.
Yes, I am.
you are at a similar, what Paula calls tower moment, are you not?
Yes, I am.
It will be important to follow your passion Many times, as you have created your life, you look for the path of least resistance versus maybe the path that is the most fun. And we would encourage you to take a few moments each day to not only do the adjectives that Gail was talking about previously, but to start listing your talents. What do you bring to the table? For there are many, and this has been a struggle for you to acknowledge. If you have no idea what your talents are, ask the people you love and the people you have worked with previously. They will be happy to say what you do better than everybody else. And these are the tools that you bring to each opportunity. It is not just about what you have done before, it is about what you are bringing. We encourage you to start creating from excitement rather than what feels easy. It is okay to feel a little bit overwhelmed, but you have everything you need to meet the expectations of these employers that you will be meeting. The question will be, do they have everything they need to meet your expectations? So we encourage you not to consider things an interview of you. It is more about a meeting of what you have to offer and what they have to offer. And do each of you have something that you would like to co-create together? If not, it is not the job for you. It is the job for somebody else. And if you don't get a job that you are expecting, it is not a judgment against you. It could be interference from us saying this is not the job you think it is, and we will steer your opportunities away from more toxicity. But this will necessitate that you take back your own power. For if you could see yourself as we see you, you would understand that you are a goddess on earth. You have come in love. You are here to build a new awareness. Your perspective is valuable. Your inner knowing is valuable for any person who hires you to co-create with them. Discover your gifts. We are not going to tell them to you because that would be too easy. We want you to hear it from your loved ones because they will speak with examples that are undeniable. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. That definitely touched up on the question I was going to ask of just being kind of lost and stuck in life and kind of figuring out that direction because, I was just going to take a job for the money. So I think it's good to kind of hear that there is purpose behind me rather than just working.
Correct. It is much more fun to get paid doing what you're here to do than drudging along and then doing something fun on the outside. It can all be fun.
Thank you, Council. I really appreciate that.
We appreciate your work. It is time to reach out, unfold those petals of beauty that you have held so closely to yourself, trying to protect yourself. You do not need to be protected. You need to be bold. For if you love yourself, criticisms fall away because you know your own self, you know your authentic value, and you can observe the criticisms as reactions from others who have their own trauma and not carry it as yours. Go back and get that little one that has been so afraid for so long. She has been holding you back because of fear that you do not need protecting from. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You may ask.
Does anybody else have any questions they would like to ask the council? And if not, I would love to ask a question pertaining to myself personally also. I have a feeling I probably know the answer, but I'd like to ask anyway.
You may ask.
Am I on the right path in doing the psychic school that I'm doing, learning how to do readings with my intuition, and also the intuitive CEO course that I'm taking? Is that going to be, I know it's going to be beneficial for me and my family in the future, but does it feel like it's the right path that I'm on?
Yes, you will learn from each one of them. And the most important thing that you have been doing with those courses is investing in yourself. That is the most powerful thing that they have brought to you, is you choosing to use your resources to grow yourself and care for yourself. We do want to encourage you to understand that your intuitive powers do not need to be constantly built through other people's learning, as you have already discovered. For these have traveled with you from your many lifetimes and many experiences. You have all the tools that you need to fulfill your purpose, as everyone does here also. So we just would like to caution you a bit that you do not need more courses. It may be that you need to also settle some of the unsettling traumas you've had to understand your true value, rather than looking for the next certification that will prove what you are, because you are that already. Do you understand?
That makes sense. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's helpful.
That is true for many people on this call.
Yeah. Thank you. That's a good reminder to keep working on me also while I'm going through all of this to resolve some of the trauma a lot of the trauma I've been through in life. So,
Yes, it is a never-ending onion to peel. For there are many lifetimes. It is not just what has happened in this lifetime. At this moment on earth, the veil between your soul and all of your lifetimes and what you're experiencing on earth is much thinner, we would say, much more accessible. So each one of you can heal other lifetimes experienced by your higher soul, because they do reach down to protect you and agitate you. And so this is one gift that has been brought at this time of change, where souls are changing from coming to earth to learn about differences and the destruction that comes from believing in differences, and now is transitioning into souls coming here to learn about the one energy that runs through everything in the universe. So the differences that are here are just benefits that allow for accelerated co-creation. This is what they are coming to learn. But since you all have engaged in this time of transition, you have an open portal to the lifetimes that you have lived, which allows you to access these and heal these energetic blocks even in your higher soul. So many of you are healers, along with whatever talents you have brought from before, such as finances or psychic connection. All of you, we must say, have that right to your psychic connection. Everyone is psychic. It is just if you ask for our assistance, or if you allow yourself to be open to your gut feeling or your intuition. And the more you exercise that skill, the stronger it will get. So you do not need to be certified to be valued. You came with the gifts that you need to be successful in your purpose. The most important teacher is the journey that you have been on. All of the things that you have learned from the struggles and from the success. These are things that you can share with others to help them learn without having to experience everything you have gone through. For each of those things have provided you tools that will help others understand their experience.
thank you.
Yes. And as Paula said, each of these events are happening for you. So look at these events. Make a lifeline. You can make it with valleys and mountains. What have you learned throughout your life, and what skills have you brought or collected along that journey? These will give you an insight to your purpose.
Thank you. That is really beneficial. Destiny may have had a question real quick. We have a few more minutes.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Go ahead.
It is nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. I was just gonna ask, I keep repeatedly getting sick. What is kind of going on? Me and my little one have been sick for like 2 or 3 months now.
Yes. This is more about your little one being exposed to things with less of a immune system. So it is a bit of a petri dish at this moment for your little one because there are so many things to update the immune system with, which is really what is happening when you get sick. The immune system is updating. So you have been a little more prone and your immune system not quite as active due to being tired. This is something to be expected at this chapter in your life as a single mom. Not a lot of support, but the support is being organized to have more support out there. Your mother is organizing it. We just want to keep reminding her to keep the foot on the gas for that transition. So, Destiny, it is okay, but it will also be important at this time. This chapter is filled with a lot of time-consuming tasks. So, as you're looking at how you're spending your time, choose carefully. Prioritize connection with your little one. Maybe a little less on the cleaning part of your home or organizing. Allow things to fall away that maybe you would prefer to do if you had time, but you also need to take care of yourself and get some rest. So life cannot be perfectly managed and remain healthy because you need to make choices with your energy. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So when there is a moment and the choice is between recovery versus one more thing on the to-do list, we would encourage you to choose recovery. You cannot reach inner peace through doing. So if you are believing that if you just had everything in order, you would feel much better, this is a lie. It is up to you to align yourself and be peaceful. It is not about what you do. This may come as a shock to you, we see. So explore being uncomfortable with messy situations. Growth is messy and it is uncomfortable, but it is so rewarding. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We appreciate that you are a creator of beauty. We would encourage you to maybe look at your apartment as, what do they call it? Modern art. So maybe that mess that you don't clean up could be a beautiful part of it because it is an experience where you have been supporting this change maker that you are raising. So that mess in itself is a piece of art created through you supporting your little one. Now, there are some things that you cannot ignore, obviously, but explore what you can ignore or appreciate in a mess. You may ask,
Destiny, did you have anything else that you would like to ask?
No.
Okay. We are right on time to kind of close up here. If there's anything that you would like to say to finish this meeting up.
we would like to encourage each of you to remember that unity starts within yourself. You need to unify all of your triggers into strengths rather than protectors. You do not need to explore Earth at this moment in time. Earth has been explored, but what has not been explored is understanding others who are different from you. So this is your moment to be an explorer. Reach out with love and understanding, curiosity. If you see an action that seems unjust, rather than pointing at it, maybe question, what is that about? What is behind your action? What was your goal? How did that come about? Why did you feel triggered by that? What in your life made you feel like it was important to protect yourself in that way? Curiosity is not a judgment. It is a way to understand. Each of you as a change maker has been brought to this earth at this time with particular skills and purpose that will build unity. So as you go throughout your day, be curious, be supportive, be understanding, and know that each action is driven by a belief. What is that belief? And how can it be unified in a better way with beliefs that may be different? We appreciate all of your efforts. Each one of you has chosen to come here and are great change makers. We see all of your work. You are doing amazing jobs. We know the days can be long and the growth can be hard. But if you saw yourselves from our perspective, you would understand the lighthouses that you are, beacons in the darkness, calling forth unity. Stand strong like those lighthouses. You are safe. Shine your light. It will reach further than you will ever know. Go in light and love. We are honored to be of service. We are complete.
Thank you very much for your time today. It was very heartfelt and very uplifting for a lot of people.
We are happy to be of service.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
It was a really amazing meeting.
Oh, that's
I've done
great.
a lot of good stuff, and a lot of people got to ask a lot of really great personal questions and with amazing answers. So
Excellent. Well, thanks so much to everyone for being here. Yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. It was a really great time.
Melissa, thank you so much for
Thank you.
being such an amazing facilitator and my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of this and being an amazing person and friend also.
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys next time.